Welcome guys to NoSlack. We are going to be playing Prison Architect today. Bear in mind this is the first video that I'm uploading to YouTube ever, so it's going to be pretty bad. I'll be honest with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off our prison, and I'm thinking we're going to do a little bit of an inspiration from the TV show Orange is the New Black. I kind of like the way they have their setup to where it's, you know, 2 beds in a cell. It's not really closed off, which it's not exactly what I did here. I did close it off with a jail cell door, but you guys will see that later on. Right now, we're going to lay down our foundation. I'm going with the brick foundation because for some reason, when they have the quick build option, everything you quick build is with the brick option. Personally, I prefer the concrete, but that's not an option when you do quick build. And I like to do quick build because it saves me some time. But as you can see, I've got some mods here. One of them is the time. I can pretty much 5 times speed it, which I like to do because some things just take way too long. So we've got the foundation done, building a little fence here so we can put the road gates down so the trucks can get in, new prisoners can't escape as easily. We got the foundation done. Here come the trucks with the lights. Gonna lay those down, and the first thing I'm gonna build, first thing you need is a reception area so that your guards can process the prisoners. So yeah, put that down right here, and it's not going to be the greatest layout, but I figure after the prison makes some money we can always demolish stuff and sort of start over. I'm a big fan of selling the prison and just taking the money that, you know, we get. I think the most money I've ever sold a prison for was something like $1.2 million or something, so I mean that's an option. We could do that later on. Got the reception down. Right now we're going to do a holding cell. I'm going to put that down, making sure it's the proper size. I think it needs to be 4x4. So yeah, build the walls, finish that out. It's going to be a decent size holding cell. Nothing's going to be in there, just a couple of toilets and a bench, because that's all you really need. So we got that down. Let's see. I need a couple offices. The warden's gonna get an office. I know that there's a grant to where if you get an accountant, you get that grant pretty quickly. Not gonna go with the accountant route. Just gonna build the one office for the warden, and then we're gonna add that second office, and we're gonna put down a foreman. I think it was. I like getting the janitors in there quick because the prisons do get pretty nasty pretty quick. Let's see what we got going on here. I think this is where I'm going to start trying to do the layout for the cells. Yep. So I've got, I'm putting down, that's where the, 2 beds are going to go in each cell. Wall, 2 more beds. Just starting off there, you got so little money that you kind of have to, you can't design everything the way you want. If it was up to me, I'd go and I'd just build a prison, everything's perfect, everything's the way I want it. I'd be able to have 100 prisoners in there from scratch, but I like the challenge of building a prison from scratch with almost no money. Kind of have to plan accordingly. Certain things you absolutely need, some things you don't. Right now, I could have just built a dorm and threw, 50 guys in there, but didn't really want to do that. I want to kind of start off with a decent foundation. Gonna have our little closed off cells. I think we're only gonna have 8 prisoners in there, something like that. 8 prisoners and 6 guards, I believe. So I've got the 4 little cells there. That's just to let me know kind of, where the cell area is gonna be. Gonna build some more here, or at least plan them out a little bit. Now this episode is gonna be it's gonna be 23 minutes, and we're only gonna finish with I want to say the 8 prisoners. I didn't want to, you know, make it too long. 23 minutes is actually longer than I wanted to make it, but I wanted to get the basics down for you guys. Here we're gonna do, and I actually kind of messed up here. Here we're doing like a shower toilet area because I figured I didn't want the toilets in the cells. Then I, realized that cells have to have toilets, so I'm putting the beds down now. In the area where the beds are getting put down above there, I'm gonna put the showers and the toilets, and then eventually I'll just delete the toilets after I realized I made a mistake, and I'll put those back in the cells where they belong. Try to space them out a little bit, the showers, because that's where most of my fights seem to happen. I'd say a good probably 75% of the fights that get started in my prison are in the shower area. I don't know if it's just because that's where everybody congregates, or if, having one shower time or two shower times, everybody's really pissed off because they're dirty and they want to get in there. Pissed off because they don't have, maybe there's no hot water, or who knows. Somebody said something. Building the walls there around the toilets, or I'm not sure if I'm planning the walls right there. It's gonna be the shower room. Let's see what we got going here. Oh yeah, the utilities. It seems the one thing I don't really like about this game, it seems like the generators, you could put the power plant down there and then fill it with capacitors surrounding it. So that's what, like 4, 8, like 12 capacitors, I think it is, maybe 10. And it doesn't really power that much, in my opinion. You have to put down, if you want a prison that covers the entire map, you have to have 5 or 6 of those little electricity plants there across the whole map. I don't know. I think 1 or 2 should be able to power the whole map. That's just my opinion. I haven't heard too many other people complaining about that, so I guess that's just my preference. Throwing down some drains so that the water doesn't leak out, make the area messy for the janitors. Finishing out those little offices there. Like I said, we're gonna put a warden down, and then foreman after that. We have power, finally. I'm trying to lay the pipes down here so that prisoners can't escape too easily. They like to dig out of those large pipes. Try to make that a little bit harder on them, not put the large pipes into the prison, into the cell area. Trying to get full coverage there with the power too. I'm gonna have to expand that foundation soon to have enough area there for a canteen and kitchen. Foundation costs so much money. It seems and I like it. It's a challenge. Everything costs so much money beginning, starting off, that you really do have to kind of plan accordingly. And like I said, you can't really build a prison how you want to because you just don't have enough money. Even with the grants, you can't do it. Well, I see right there, I ran out of money. And I have that little, I don't know, little thing that the game puts in there. You gotta delete that out of there. So I'm gonna get a grant here. I'm gonna just do the basic detention center because that's somewhat easy to get, even though I don't really like being forced to put down a shower area and a yard. But on this prison, I decided to go with a separate shower area. Normally I just put the showers into the cells, make it a little bit easier. Like I said, a lot of my fights happen in the shower. I'm gonna finish building off those 2 areas, the holding cell and the reception. I'm gonna throw in those toilets and the benches in the holding cell, and then we're gonna put a table, a chair, and office desk into reception, so that our requirements there are met. Give them a little privacy there for the toilet. They can take a crap in peace. You don't have to worry about somebody else watching them. Which I would imagine, being in prison, I'd hate somebody watching me while I take a dump. There's our warden. Not gonna waste money on a guard yet. There's no real reason to get a guard. I can expand that foundation right there. I think pretty soon I'm gonna realize too that I've got some prisoners coming soon. Don't really want that, seeing as how our prison's not built up yet. I speed up time a little bit, make things go by faster. Gotta put a little bit more foundation down right there. Yeah, didn't have any water going anywhere because the water pump didn't have electricity. But yeah, gotta put a little bit more foundation out right there so the walls are even. Demolish that top wall. And this is where I'm gonna put down the canteen. It's not gonna be the greatest. See, I realized had some prisoners arriving soon. Didn't want that, especially with no guards. But yeah, we have to put down a canteen area. Again, leave 2 tiles open for a hallway there so that people can move pretty freely. And this, the kitchen's gonna be fine. The canteen's gonna kind of suck. Didn't leave myself too much space, but it's not gonna look pretty, but it'll do the trick until we get some more money. That's another thing too. It seems like I don't know if the balance is off or if it's just me, but you need more refrigerators and you need cookers. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that every cooker needs a cook, which I guess that makes sense. But it's just personal opinion. Seems like you need about 3 fridges per fryer there. Which, I mean, with the cooks, they bring in so much food. A lot of times they'll just put it on the floor when really it should be in a fridge. So I like to have an extra fridge per. Like I said, if I have 2 cookers, I'll take 3 fridges. Figure 2 sinks will be enough to wash all the trays. Put a door there so that prisoners just can't walk in there. Connect these up so I get some water. Can't wash dishes without water. Got electricity going everywhere. That's another thing too. Every time you get new prisoners, I love the fact that the prisoners come into the jail and they have to get searched. I mean, that's pretty common sense. You don't want new prisoners bringing in contraband. So you kind of have to, secure some space for solitaire. As you can see, there's not really any special place that I did that, so I'm gonna that little open area right next to the kitchen. I'm gonna to the right. I'm gonna build some solitary cells there. So that it doesn't tell me, the game doesn't tell me that I don't have enough assigned cells for these people. See, I've got the 2 tables there in the canteen. That'll seat, what, 16 people? That'll seat 16 people, and the serving tray will, what, feed 40, I think it is. So I'm going to put down a little bit extra. Kind of fit nicely there with where I have the openings to get into the canteen, but it's not really aligned. Kind of looks like crap, but something we can fix later on. Finished building out the walls that I missed there the first time. Now I'm gonna make these. I'm gonna make this, what, a holding area? No, dorm. But I don't really like that idea. which I guess it would have been better as a dorm, but chose not to go that route. Went with the cells instead. This is where I realized it's telling me I need a toilet, so I'm gonna delete those 6 toilets I have up there, and I'm gonna use those to fill up the cells. Just add some showers there. That way we can just, when we expand, we can just use that same shower room, build cells, and not really have to worry about expanding shower too much. Gotta connect up those toilets. So just keep in mind, like I said, this is the first video I've ever uploaded to YouTube, so it's not going to be the greatest. The video quality should be fine. Obviously, my audio is not the greatest. I'm going to try to do, when I do more videos, I'm going to try to make them live commentary, not record over what's going on, but actually comment on it as I'm doing it. But with this first video, I just wanted to build, focus on the build, which I don't even really think I did that great of a job, but it is what it is. Should have some prisoners coming in here soon. I enabled gangs, which I really like the way that the gang system works. At the same time, though, I've had some prisons with 100 prisoners and only 5 gang members, and then I've had other prisons with, 100 prisoners, yet there were 50 gang members. So that was somewhat interesting. I like the fact that it's not just 5% or 10% of the prisoners are gang members, and that's that. I like the fact that it's somewhat unpredictable with who you get, whether they're a gang member or a one of those legendary prisoners. Kind of makes things interesting. You gotta plan accordingly, separate the people, hire more guards. Or maybe if you have all those gang members, you have to hire more of the armed guards or the K9 units. So that, not every game is the same, which I like that a lot. Now we're doing this little yard area here, putting some grass down, and gotta get some phone booths in there. I don't want their visitation, their family little need to really skyrocket. We gotta pick up some extra money, and then I realized I got the staff well-being, but that didn't give me any money up front, so I'm gonna have to lay down a staff room here. It's gotta be 4x4. It's not gonna fit up top. As you can see, that's only 3 meters down, so I'm gonna think about putting it down there, but that'd be a pretty bad area. It'll only leave me 1 tile for a little hallway there, which I don't like. I'm actually going to put it down right under that office. That's perfect. 4x4. Throw some walls down. Bam. Get a wide sofa and a soda machine in there, and the staff room's done. There we go. Bam. Sofa right there. There we go, got some extra cash. I can finish putting down some more phone booths in the yard. Gonna throw down some benches and some weights. Gotta take care of their needs in one area. I guess I'll do that after I do this, the solitary. Is it solitaire? Or is it solitary? I want to say it's solitaire. Like the game, like the card game. Solitaire, solitary. I don't know. Doesn't matter. See what I'm saying? The prison's getting pretty dirty. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm sure the prisoners aren't a big fan of that, which kind of, I don't care what the prisoners are fans of or not. You know, they're prisoners. They got to deal with what they're, if you want cleanness, don't go to prison, I guess. There we go. Got to research cleaning. Need a foreman to do the cleaning, so I'm going to hire one here. Even though the accountant would have given me some more money for a new grant, but I want to get that cleaning out of the way. It'll take, what, like 5 hours for the janitors to be researched. Still need to assign the yard to that grass area. I'm going to do that after I finish building these foam booth benches and weight benches. Figure I think, what, 5 is enough. Should be good for now. Now, just so you guys know, while you're watching this, if you're even watching this this far, this channel is gonna do a lot of games, not just Prison Architect, but City Skylines. I'm a big fan of the city builders in general. So we're gonna be doing City Skylines, Prison Architect, a little bit of a Parkitect. The big game that I'm excited about, and the beta actually comes out in a few hours, is going to be Planet Coaster. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. If you haven't, Google it. It looks like it's going to be an amazing game. I've actually got the alpha. I've had it now for a few months, and it is awesome. It's a theme park builder, and I don't know if you guys have ever played like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Or even if you've played Parkitect, it's along those lines. It's actually made by the same people that made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, except the graphics are 1,000,000 times better, and it is by far the game that I'm most excited to play. I'll definitely have a video up on that later on when the beta actually comes out and is playable, which is probably another 6-7 hours from now, so watch out for that. Like I said, it's the game that I'm most excited about, and hopefully I'll be doing a better job in 7 hours with the entertainment level on these videos. Got the regime done, got three meal times there, made sure they had a little bit of yard time, lock up right before bed, and I think that's where I'm going to leave you off. Not the greatest prison, but, you know, it'll have to do for now.